Hello everyone, Granite Roots here, and while I was waiting for my guild to form up, found a little bit of content while I was waiting. Just over in Hills, and looks like Green was over here, and I'm on Healbrand. Wanted to just keep working on that. I seem to do way better on that than I do on Vindicator Healer. So just coming in, see what's in the center here. I know the tag was in here, so I was following him in. And Green had pushed out, so now we're going to push out behind them. And I think at this point we're outnumbered, just trying to hold them off. We're going to have more and more allies kind of coming in to help, so eventually we'll be able to push them. But it was a really good fight, though, while we had it. And gotta say, I'm still a fan of the spear. It really does a lot of healing and other boons. Green's doing pretty good staying together, but they kind of get a little loose here and there, but overall they did a good job staying together. And you know, the spear does do a fair amount of damage, even though it is with healer stats. You know, such as they are. Managed to get that down, and in a second they're going to try to pull back. We're going to push them across the bridge, generating some downs as we go. Of course, Tempest is going to fly away and get rezzed halfway. I don't know if he rallied or got rezzed. Now we're going to spend quite a bit of time up here on the corner of this wall, which is kind of, you know, amazing, and, you know, definitely don't want to go up into that bubble. On the part of Green Team, just holding themselves up. At this point they were mostly supports, but still, it's pretty impressive. Credit where it's due. And just kind of holding the stairs, waiting for more peeps to come along so we can do it. Concentrated push, and here we go, tags go in, so I see a tag go up. I'm right behind you, boss. Okay, and I had gone tome 1 just a little bit to give a little quickness to my party. Gonna use Hallowed Ground in a second, as we're still kind of grinding on them up top. That's when I like to use Hallowed Ground. It's when we're gonna be in a particular area for a period of time. They're going to start bailing out. You got some downs there. They recognize they're losing. They're going to try and get away, but we're going to make it as hard for them as possible. The other thing about the spear too, I just love the mobility. Spear skill 2 is awesome. Now we're just cleaning up the last of them. That was funny. I put a line down to prevent that guy from getting away, and he got yanked. Okay, here we had like green and red in here. They'd split off, and the green group was split in half. Some were on the Lord. So we're rezzing our friend, and then we're going to drop down on the greens and just put them out. Great drop of Winds of Change there. Whoever was our Spellbreaker, dynamite job, my friend. And these guys just fell apart pretty quick, so that was kind of nice. Certainly a challenging night, so you had a lot of 50-person squads that we were against. Here you have them on the other side. They're up top, leaping down. I threw a little Tome 1-3 to strip any stab, hopefully, and then I come out and join them and just melt these guys again. Our bubble dropper is amazing, as well as everybody else for sure, but just think it's been perfect placement of those wins. And we're cleaning up. Alright, this was funny. We were there, the rest of my squad's hiding behind the rock back there. I'm just up here really trying to be bait and draw them in. And at first I didn't think I was going to get anywhere. which is smart. They had to know we had them behind there, but eventually they're kind of like me. You can't resist the little bait. I would have done the same thing, even though it's not the thing to do. So yeah, I was going to try and lead them around the other side of the rock face, so then when they follow me, they might not see my squad on the other side, and they can just grab them on the flank. Okay, I'm going to throw a little dome down because you've got that ranger likes the longbow. What is it, longbow 2? Longbow 4, I can never remember, but the one with the rapid fire there, barrage or whatevs. Alright, so I got a couple kind of starting to engage. And then my crew comes up. Well, not mine, but the squad I'm in, it comes up. Obviously I'm not commanding, I am just support. But they come up and we finish them off as the other guys come down. So I think that was well played. And we had a good fight there. And then after this, we had to kind of get moving because Green Zerg had popped out of the garrison and we're going to try and flank us. So we'll just finish off this last guy right here. Shazam. Okay, here we hit EBG. You see a bunch of red going into our tower. And this was really a good fight. I mean, I think both sides, great job with the supports, great job with DPS and all that. Because the other team held off for quite a while. So we're going to come up here. Got to keep the stability going because it'd be stinky for us to get knocked off. And in a minute I'm going to be dropping Hell of Ground. Because we've just been kind of hanging out right here at the top. And I'm going to weapon swap. To do power, and we're going to just keep moving up and down the ramp so they can't have a straight line of sight on us. They have to come out around the corner, which gives us a bit of an advantage if we're dropping stuff right in front. Again, I love the spear, and you see I keep cycling through tome 3 just to keep skills 5 and 4 up, and 3 if I have extra pages, but at this point, because it's going on so long, I don't. But that's okay. Big fan of Tome 3 because it's nice to throw reflect at people, but it does just take away from when anybody have pages ready, especially if I need a cleanse. Like, look at all the Condi, my goodness. Thankfully, I got a lot of good supports cleaning that up. I wasn't. Okay, 5-4 again. Okay. Empower. Especially where I'm in a safe spot. And now you see there's less and less there. We're going to push into the room in a second. Yeah, tag's in there, so I'm going to follow tag. I did much better trying to stay on tag this time. Baby steps. Baby steps. Alright, and now we're just cleaning up the last of it. Well, that was a fun night. We had some challenges to be sure, but we still had a lot of good fights that we won. Very challenging fights, and I learned something new. I did not realize that when you get immobed, you have that little debuff, Condi, that I thought that like stand your ground or stun break would do it, but you have to actually clear it with a Condi cleanse. So you think I know that by now, but I didn't. Glad I learned that, and it'll help me in the future. Thank you for watching, and have a most excellent day.